All right, the Inphamus Amadeuz is officially locked into the Inphamus Hour. Make sure you subscribe to us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcasts. And make sure you go to the YouTube channel at youtube.com/GetAdamFilms, where you can see all the episodes for the people that's been here on the Inphamus Hour. More importantly, shout out to Boom Bap Nation. That's my guy. He's out here supporting all the unsigned artists. And Stone Slices for bringing us this weed pizza, this weed soda. How many milligrams of weed is in that shot? Roughly, like, it's a few.
My guy is Chris, right?
Yeah, Chris. For Chris. Right now in front of me, I have when you talk about street shit, when you talk about elite lyricists, he's definitely in the conversation, and he definitely represents real hip hop in general. And me and him have a connection. I brought up the Shade 45, and he came to support me on the Inphamus Hour podcast. Get up for my man China Mac in the building.
Yeah.
Big vibes. We live in a time now where there seems to be no line between being a street nigga and a rap nigga. And obviously you did some time. It's well documented. Do you think the line gets clouded in general? Like where the line should stop, where I should leave the street shit alone, stop playing in the streets when I become a rapper? Or do you think it kind of cross over maybe because of the people that's around you, or maybe, not you specifically, but just as an artist in general?
I mean, I don't think it's clouded. Honestly, I feel like it's whatever you choose to portray. Cause you got a bunch of artists like, you know, say what's his name? Nas, Lil Nas, right?
Lil Nas X, yeah.
Yeah, Nas X. He's not portraying himself as a gangster, so he won't have those type of problems. You got like a bunch of other rappers that don't portray themselves like that, and they won't have, 9 times out of 10, they're not gonna have the same type of problems. You know what I'm saying? But when you're coming in on this gangster persona and you ganged up, and of course you're gonna invite problems.
Is there pressure from maybe like some artists that are not involved in gangs or not actually involved in street life to portray that because that's what social media wants, or that's what the rap industry wants?
I don't feel like that's pressure. I feel like that's just you trying to do something that is not true. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to pander to the audience, you know what I'm saying? So you trying to be something you not, so you can get a reaction from. So I don't really think you're pressured into it. I just think that motherfuckers just want the clout, and they just willing to do, you know, they think they're willing to do that type of shit. But once the shit really pop, then, you know, they realize that a lot of them ain't really like built for it.
Yeah, they're not really built for that. Is clout kind of like more important than actually maintaining like a genuine catalog of music? You think people are just kind of chasing the clout, being lit on social media, as opposed to focusing on the artistry and just creating music?
I think honestly, I feel like there's value in both. You know what I'm saying? Because there's people that don't have no clout on the internet, but they got really good music. And, you know, there'll be nobody on Instagram. They'll have 10,000 followers, but they'll have like 700,000 monthly streams on Spotify. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you know what I mean, that's what's really paying, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like how much your music is streaming. And then that means how many people will come to your shows. And, you know, so the clout is like good, you know what I mean? Only if it's going hand in hand with like, you know, actual like people that are
interacting with you.
Interacting with your music. That was really fucking with your music. If you're an artist, if you're just a, you know, internet, like, you know, like a figure, you know what I'm saying? If you're like, you know, just somebody that's making internet videos and stuff like that, then that's all you need. But if you're an artist, you actually need the people to listen to your music.
Are artists skipping steps now in a sense where it's like, I mean, we both come from the era where you actually had to be nice to get on, and now with social media, is social media letting artists skip steps to levitate to a platform where it's like they're actually not ready? Like, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
You know, just like a quick example.
But that's why you see so many people come and go.
Because they're not ready. So I had Ron Suno here on the podcast, and I brought him up to Shade 45, you know, and we're on prime time, obviously, and he never had an interview before. Like literally, his buzz is literally off the internet. Does that kind of affect artists when it comes to the primetime platform? When it comes to like rapping on Flex? When it comes to portraying yourself a certain way? You think the internet kind of fucks it up a little bit?
I mean, yeah, definitely. But I feel like his fans don't even care. You know what I'm saying? The people that listen to Ron Suno don't care. Like, they don't care. You know what I mean? They're just like, they're just there for, as long as he's doing what he's doing, he'll have a platform in that. But for him to get somewhere else, you know what I mean? Like, for him to broaden his brand, he's going to have to definitely fix that up. But for the meantime, in between time, this might be his learning curve. Like, you know what I'm saying? Him actually going to that type of show, that might be the learning curve. But I know back in the days, it was more like, you know, you're in an incubator and you like really like, you know, so when you step out, you already know everything is like finally groomed and stuff. But, you know, I don't feel like the industry don't have the money for that no more. So they just like, all right, whatever you got the followers, just throw them out there. And then whatever stick. And I feel like a lot of people don't stick because they don't have, you know what I mean? They don't have that, right? So the internet is so fast that one day you hot and the next month you're not hot. Somebody else is doing the same exact thing. So I look at a lot of artists and I'm looking at their interviews and stuff. I'm just like, they don't really bring nothing else. You know what I'm saying? So how long could they last? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, I feel like that definitely plays a part. The internet definitely plays a part in grooming and cultivating an artist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So obviously, like, people are gonna listen to this later on, but today Pop Smoke was murdered.
Yeah, rest in peace to Pop Smoke, man.
Yeah, rest in peace to Pop Smoke. Should musicians navigate differently when they go into different states and trying to work on their craft? Or should we just operate like, yo, listen, I should act like I'm in Brooklyn or the Bronx everywhere?
I feel like artists, we as men should be like observant and should be like, you know, attentive in all situations that we're in, especially when you're gangbanging, especially when you're pushing that persona of like, you know, a gangster. You know what I'm saying? Whether you are or whether you're not, whether you're actively active or not, you know what I mean? You have to assume that other people don't know if you're active or not. So whatever image you're portraying, that's how they're gonna treat you. You understand what I'm saying? So I feel like whoever's portraying that image, like Pop Smoke, you know what I'm saying? Like the people around himself are supposed to be like, you know, not just him, but period, artist period. I don't want to talk about that man because that thing just happened and I don't know the specifics behind it. But I know that we as artists, we as men, we as people from the street, we as gangbangers, we as musicians, we as whatever, we have to be attentive to our surroundings, especially new surroundings, especially surrounding terrains that we're not familiar with. You know what I'm saying? We gotta move accordingly and move vigilantly. You know what I'm saying?
We have certain codes in the streets where, you know, you don't talk to cops, you know, you don't have security around you. Does that kind of affect like a certain outcome? Not with Pop Smoke specifically, but there's endless artists that have been in the same situation. Should artists feel like, you know what, I need to bring security with me? Fuck my homeboys. I saw some shit with Gilly the Kid where he was talking about like, we're navigating in different towns, we're navigating in different clubs, and we all, you know, I'm worried about getting fucked up, so my man's worried about getting fucked up.
Yeah, I saw that shit too.
You know, as opposed, is it okay for an artist to say, you know what, I've achieved a certain status to bring security on? Or should we just navigate like, you know what, we gang banging, we in the streets, fuck that, whatever happens, happens?
I feel like this is when, you know, what we talked about, like artists being groomed, when that kicks in, right?
When it comes to the actual groundwork.
When it's actually like life decisions that you have to make, right? I feel like a lot of these kids are not, they don't know about, you know what I mean? They don't really understand. So they're looking at it like, yo, I'm a gangbanger. I don't want to look stupid to have, I'm not hiring no motherfucking, like, we gang, like, we good. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to hire security. And that's like stupid. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like he pointed out, like Gilly the Kid pointed out, like your gang, I know this for a fact because I got a bunch of homies that I done got locked, I've been locked up with, whatever. When we go out, these motherfuckers is chasing the girls, they getting drunk, and at the end of the night, you know what I'm saying? they over there, and I might just be standing there. I might have to be holding it down. I might have to be the vigilant one. And that happened
and
numerous
it gotta
times.
be weird because you're the one in the spotlight, so it's like niggas around you should kind of be that way.
But this is what I'm saying. They're not security, bro. Just because
we all niggas, so it's like
just because they might be from the block, they might have went to jail, they might have fucking be in a gang, they might have shot somebody, they might have killed somebody. That does not make them security. You know what I'm saying? That makes them gang, but that doesn't make them security. Security are people that are trained. And that's all they're not picking up a drink.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're not talking to no girls. Their whole purpose there is to make sure whoever they're securing is secured. They get in there secured. They're in there, and then they get out of there. And that's the whole thing. But when we go out there with gang is like, you know what I'm saying? Gang is getting drunk. The Henny bottles is flying. Asses is getting smacked. Like that's, you know what I'm saying? And I had that. I had that a bunch of times where I'm just like, yo, bro, like, what are y'all doing? But then I have to understand, like, yo, they not security. You know what I'm saying? So to answer your question, I definitely feel like it's necessary. You know what I'm saying? It's a business, bro. At the end of the day, when you're a rapper, this is a business. You are the product. You know what I'm saying? You are a brand, right? So all of that street shit, you're going to have to decide if I'm really going to be gangbanging actively or if I'm gonna be a business and conduct myself like a businessman. And those people that get that make that decision, those are the ones that flourish. You know what I'm saying? The ones that don't make that decision and choose to do both, 9 times out of 10 they go to jail or they die or you know what I'm saying, some other shit happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So as a society, for the people that make the unconscious decision, should they feel bad for them or should it kind of be like, you know what, that's a choice you made? You reap what you sow.
A little bit of both. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I definitely feel like when I see situations happen like that, I'm like, damn, you brought that upon yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like that was something you were aware of. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, we all human beings, we all make mistakes. Like how many mistakes have you made? You know what I'm saying? That if the things were like, if it was your time, you would have gone. You would have left. How many mistakes I made, I'd have been gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could have died when I was 16 years old if we talking like that. You know what I'm saying? So we all make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? It's just, so we can't look at anybody like, damn, yo, you stupid. Like, because when I was 20 years old, I made hella mistakes. You know what I'm saying? So who would have said that if I was in that position at that age, I would have been thinking like I'm thinking now. Of course, now I done went through all of that. I went through, and I have, I'm older, you know what I'm saying? So I can think about it like that. But when I was 20, you know what I'm saying? 21, 19, 17, you know what I mean? We would be making the same mistakes, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, when it's your time, I really feel like when it's your time, it's your time. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at 50. 50 got shot 9 times when he was 20, right? When he was like that age, you know what I'm saying? That could have been his time, but it wasn't his time. So he lived past that and he learned past that and he became what he is today, which is like way farther than what anybody would have ever thought about that man. You know what I'm saying? Or even himself, you know what I'm saying? But because God gave him that chance. You know what I mean? Everybody ain't lucky to get that chance.
So, I mean, we're navigating through a different climate because obviously me and you are from a different time. Whenever I hear a China Mac record, I always feel like you take your time to make sure that your lyrics portray a certain way, like lyricism is important. How do you navigate now? Because the whole entire sound in New York has changed. Still navigating as a lyricist, do you feel like any pressure to kind of like, you know what, fuck it, let me just dumb it down to what these kids want? Yeah. Or is it more like, you know what, this is my brand, I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want?
Yeah, I wish I felt like, I wish I felt like, you know what I mean, this is my brand and just stick with my guns. Because I didn't do that, you know what I'm saying? I came out with hard bars, like, you know what I'm saying, bars, and I got people were receptive to that. Like there were people that were interested in that, and before I could really cultivate that, I just started doing something else. And I kind of like, you know what I mean, kind of confused my consumers, confused my people instead of really, oh yeah, I like that. Let me just keep on doing that, And this was before Benny the Butcher, Griselda. This is before.
No, because you was spitting some shit when
this
you
is what I'm
first came
saying.
out.
So what happened was I did that, and then I just switched, and I just started doing. I started trying to conform. You know what I'm saying? Trying to sound a little more modern, trying to just switch it up. There's nothing wrong with that, but there's a time and place for it. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like I just tried to do it too quick. You know what I mean? And now full circle, I'm like, you know, fuck what like the majority wants. You know what I'm saying? There is a lane for whatever I'm trying to do. So at the end of the day, you know, let me stick to what the fuck I do. You know what I'm saying? And then there's always gonna be people that resonate to it, that gravitate towards it. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be the masses. It's not gonna be like, but you know, 9 times out of 10, like, you know, at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like if I was 20, then you know, it would be more my time for the masses. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm past that. So now I have to understand that. And all right, let me just stick to what I do. You know what I'm saying? And create my own lane, which Benny the Butcher is doing, which like there's a whole bunch of people that's doing right now. And yeah.
There's such a big platform for the lyricists right now, because I mean they really cutting checks for this shit. Like they cutting vinyl deals, they cutting but you're a big like representation and inspiration for the Asian community, not only hip hop but the Asian community. Is that community confined in the trap wave? I've heard like some people come from that community and they like super like drill, or are there pockets of lyricists in like the Asian community?
Well, I mean, in Asian community, like what? Like American Asians or like China?
In general, well, I've heard some overseas, and it's super trappy overseas. It's like drill. It's kind of like, like here in New York, though, are there pockets of lyricists?
In the Asian community?
Yeah.
A little bit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Asians really fuck with the more like modern sound.
Type of sound.
Right. And even in China, if you go to China, they're not really listening to some parts maybe, but the majority of it is trap. And even, especially if you're spitting in English, because they don't understand this shit. They don't understand English. Yep. So here I am trying to spit a whole song with bars. They're not going to know what the fuck I'm saying. So they're just going to be like, all right. But now if I come on some like 2-word bars, like the song is just 5 words with a mad catchy hook, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm in love with, like, because he's big right now. Like OT Genesis. He's big in China with that. I'm in love with the Coco.
So are they behind in the music? Because, I mean, that was a record.
They're not behind, but what I'm saying is that type of music, he's still traveling. He's doing tours in China off of that. Yeah. So they're not behind in the sense because they still have their own artists that's doing their thing. Mm-hmm. And people in China won't know. Like, if you ask 10 people, maybe one person out of 10 people, majority of China, if you ask them who Cardi B is, probably 2 people out of those 10 will know who she is. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you ask them who Pop Smoke is, they won't know who the fuck he is at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just because, you know, they got their own thing going on over there. You know what I'm saying? So some songs might, you know, they like Lil Uzi out there, but that's because his songs are melodic. And you don't really have to understand what he's saying. It's more feeling into the music. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that, you know, and versus the bars. Like, the bars they're not really, and that's what prompted me to want to like switch my sound up a little bit after I came with it, because I understood I'm trying to go to China, but then I was pandering, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I should have just, you know, now moving forward, like I just know, like, yo, if it don't come from here, people aren't going to resonate, so it doesn't matter how much you try. Like, if it doesn't come from your heart, whatever comes from your heart is what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And as long as it comes from there, then people are going to find truth in it. You know what I'm saying? They're going to find the realness in it, and people are going to gravitate towards it. Whether it's the people that you want or not, somebody's going to come. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be a check.
You had the food show. The food show where you were, and I've always wanted to ask like a Chinese person this shit. Why is it when I go into a Chinese restaurant, Chinese people are eating shit that they don't serve me? What is it? Is it more like American culture in a sense where it's like American people eat this fried shit and it's like we eat something different?
Yeah, that's what y'all want.
I mean, I don't want that, but
I'm saying, but that's what Americans want. You go to the hood, they don't want no steamed fish with. They don't want no steamed broccoli with like white rice. Like that's not what they want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not saying everybody, but the majority, they like the people, the Americans want fried food. They want like, you know what I'm saying? They have a certain type of palate already. So the Chinese people just are making their food, you know what I'm saying, palatable for the motherfuckers. Yeah. Like that's it. You know what I mean? So but the Chinese people are what we eat is not that. We don't like, you know what I'm saying? That's
so like what is a typical like Chinese dinner like in the crib like you sit down with mom and she cooks something, like what would it be like?
I mean, steamed fish, vegetables, noodles.
So is steamed like boiled? Is it?
Steamed is like not boiled. Steamed is like cooked with like hot, like the steam.
Literally.
Boiled is when you stick the shit in the water.
I know, but so steamed
like is when you sit it above the water and let the steam cook it.
Also, you put like a pan above the water and
it never touches the water. It's just the vapors is cooking it.
And is there a difference like in the flavor of the food? As far as like
it's healthier, steam? Bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's healthier. You're not frying it. You're not boiling the nutrients out. You're just cooking it. You just steaming and shit. So, you know what I mean? The nutrients are still there. It doesn't taste as good as a fried fucking fish.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's better for you.
Yeah, because you don't have the oil and all that shit.
Yeah, you don't have the oil.
Well, what was the whole concept behind the food show? Was it to kind of like expose like different spots or?
I was just doing
because it was successful. I mean, it worked
I know,
out, yeah.
and I'm mad, yo, because like every time somebody asks me about this shit, I'm mad because I stopped doing it, and I stopped doing it because I started doing it just because I understand like nowadays as an artist we need content. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I understand that I'm bigger than my music. You know what I'm saying? Like
the brand.
Like I have a character, like I have charisma, I'm good on camera, like so I don't want to just, you know what I'm saying, like just be stuck in music. So I was like, let me make content. So one day I just grabbed the cameraman and just went and got some food. Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, yo, Mac eats. You know what I'm saying? And then I just started doing it over and over. And what happened was I got these people that I started working with. They started delivering this type of quality that was just really good. You know what I'm saying? And then me and them had like a dispute on money, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers ain't making $1 million off of this shit. Yeah. So they wanted more money than they thought I was making more money than I actually was.
Because it's the perception of like you're a rapper, you're doing X, Y, Z.
So they wanted more money that I couldn't afford. And ever since then, I just can't find the right quality. Like I don't want to just put anything out there, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Especially with something that we already brought, like with this good quality, you know what I'm saying? So right now, I'm just like, I'm still trying to do the show. I get off of parole this month, so.
So you've been on parole this whole time? Still?
Yeah, I've been on parole this whole time.
How long you been out for?
Like, 3.5 years.
Jesus, and I mean, you've navigated quickly 3.5 years, though.
Yeah.
Was it more like on the jail buzz in the streets, and that's what kind of got it there, or you think it's more music based, or a combination of both?
It's just I'm hungry, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, like I'm hungry and I'm a hustler. You know what I mean? So that's basically what it is. Because if I would have just depended on my music, you know, nobody would be talking about me. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I started doing other things. And people know me from Mac Eats. People know me from this, Vlad, this, that. So I kind of broadened my my portfolio so I have a longer shelf life. You know what I'm saying? You take a person like, I don't know, name a person. Name a kid that's popping right now that has a song that's popping.
Fabio Foreign.
Shout out to Fabio Foreign. Yeah. What up, bro? But let's say him, right? People don't really know him as far as his character and how he is.
Like
and
the brand behind
like
him. The personal level, yeah.
They know the song.
Yeah.
Big Drip. Fell in love with a lit bitch, right? They know fucking, what's the kid's name? Leave me alone.
Flip De Niro.
Flip De Niro. Yeah. They know that song. They don't know him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He could walk down the block, like 1,000 people will walk by him. Probably like maybe 10 people would know who he is because he hasn't like
visually been.
Yeah, he just got that song. He got a couple songs, but that's it. You know what I'm saying? So he's not really, he hasn't built on his character and his image and you know what I mean, like his brand. You know what I'm saying? So now you have a person like me that don't have no hit song, but I could walk down the block and 50 people will know me out of fucking 1,000. And why is that? Because I did, you know, I'm making music, so some people might know me from my music. You know what I mean? I did the food shit, so some people might know me from that. I did this, that. So when I'm walking down the block, so if Flip De Niro's walking down the block, only people that know his face from music is gonna say, "Oh, Flip De Niro, what's up?" You know what I'm saying? But now here I am that has music, and I have 10, 15 different things. I might be in a movie, I might be in this, that. More people is gonna know who I am because, you know, I kind of like made it broader. You know what I'm saying?
When I saw Fabio Foreign's, not him specifically, when I saw his Funk Flex freestyle, I was surprised that he could actually rap, like ball work. Like he actually had some ball work, even though he navigated a certain way. Should more artists practice writing rhymes? Because, I mean, we live in a time, like we said, where rhymes don't matter no more. But should they prepare for that? Because when it comes to the bigger outlets, when it comes to the Flexes, the Swaves of the world, I mean, this matters. So should they be prepared for it?
I mean, does it really matter?
It kind of does in a sense, because these are the major platforms when you're talking about reaching the amount of people at one time.
Has Post Malone ever did a fucking...
Well, he's kind of like more like R&B. It's a little different. All right.
So has Little Uzi? Has Quavo?
But we're talking about millions of dollars marketed into these people.
But listen, what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is the same people. We're talking about the same people. Like, has Little Uzi? I mean, Lil Pump. Like, there's a bunch of kids out there that's doing very lucratively. That doesn't never have to step foot in a sway. So are those things like really important?
In New York, it kind of is, though.
In New York, but
definitely.
Like, I mean, let's keep it a buck. Like, you know, New York is creating a wave right now, but does New York like?
So who was the kid that was on the sway shit with the baby? Was it Stunner for Vegas?
Stunner for Vegas. Yeah.
Stunner for Vegas. The fact that he couldn't rap kind of hurt his image. I mean, he had the wave, but he couldn't formulate bars together.
I don't feel like that alone hurt his image.
But
it might be a bunch of other
though.
things.
It hurts.
I mean, I think it depends, bro. I think it depends. I feel like there's a bunch of kids out there that don't really need to go on a flex and a sway.
So we no longer need these big platforms in a sense.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying everybody doesn't need it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody doesn't need it. Foreign Fabio doesn't need it. Because his crowd don't really care about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it depends on what your crowd wants. But now if you're like a fucking... If you're like a Lil Nas X that already got this shit, but you're also really nice with the bars and you go show out, that adds to it. Yeah. But if he never did it, that would never add to it. Like, it doesn't even matter. People wouldn't even ask you to do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, some people need it, some people don't.
We went through a lot of...
And I don't feel like everybody needs it. Everybody doesn't need it.
As far as the bar shit.
Everybody don't need it. I mean, in this time of day, everybody doesn't need it. The majority doesn't need it.
When you look at the people that actually sell, like in hip hop, they're all still kind of like lyricist-based artists. When we talk about the top 100 in Billboard,
right?
That's what matters. And when you look at, it's a repetitive few. It's like Drake, yeah, he's R&B, but he can rap. Nicki Minaj, he can rap. J. Cole can rap. And this is talking about converting streams into sales, because streams are good, but a sale is better than a stream. You know, you get 0.18 cents on the stream, but if someone buys a record, you get $10. So it's different.
So I mean, I feel like if you can rap, you know what I mean, you're actually you're connecting with a fan a little differently. You know what I'm saying? Because you're actually saying words that are different and
that
connected.
Matters. Yeah.
But I still feel like people that had, like, let's say, I have never really listened to his music like that, but I heard some music. XXX Tentacion.
Yeah.
Was he like a lyricist?
No, but to the young kids, they were considered.
But because he had a message.
Yeah.
You know,
the content.
The content. Could he ever have? Could he have shined in a sway 5 Finger of Death? No.
No.
But he connected So I don't feel like everybody needs to connect the same way as long as you connect.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but it's good that you mentioned that because content kind of matters still. So should artists still care about content? Because when we hear these like new records, it's almost like one emotion. It's like turn up, it's like club shit. But should artists still care about talking about what's going on in their regular lives, talking about the fact they can't pay their rent, talking about baby mama drama?
If they're trying to stick around.
Long term.
You know what I'm saying? If they're trying to stick around, I mean, a lot of people don't even think past that.
Yeah. It's kind of like just being lit now, and that's kind of like what it is.
A lot of people just think like what's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? They don't have the foresight to really look at what the fuck is about to happen. If they got mad people chasing them right now and money coming in, they getting hundreds of thousands of dollars, you know, a lot of them aren't going to think like, damn, this might only last me a year. They're going to think like, damn, I got this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I feel like, of course, right now, if you're trying to last for a while, you should definitely have, especially if you're not like a lyricist, like you should definitely have more different things going on and build like XXX Tentacion did. Yeah. He built like a following, like, you know what I'm saying?
Like cult base.
Like cult, like shit. His shit was strong. And when he died, God bless him, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to him. But that shit was felt. You know what I'm saying? Like as young as he was, as short of a career he had impact. You know what I'm saying? And people like these young kids look at him like people look at Pac. You know what I'm saying? Like people look at like, you know what I'm saying, Nipsey, like, you know what I'm saying? And that was because of the content he had, the message he had. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel like you have to be a lyricist to do that. You just have to find a way to connect with people. You know what I mean? In the way a Pac did, in the way a Nipsey did, in the way XXX did. You know what I'm saying?
When you were coming up, who were some of the people that you looked up to?
Pac, Nas, Mobb Deep.
You know, it's weird because Pac, when I name my top 5, Pac and Nas is 1 and 2.
Right.
Personally.
Yeah, I love Pac, bro. Yeah. Like Pac, you know what I'm saying?
What was it about Pac that made you connect to him so much?
Same thing where people connect with XXX Tentacion. You know what I mean?
It's the connection, the feeling like you know your artist without ever meeting him.
Yeah, like he represents something. He stood for something. So that makes the shelf life longer. That connects through my heart. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't connect with a hot song. A hot song is like a hot song, but you don't connect with me with my heart. You know what I'm saying? So you might connect with my musical like taste, but that can go. That's replaceable. But a person that makes me grow, a person that makes me look at myself as a person and make me want to change certain things, a person that teaches me through their music, through their content, that's someone that connects with me emotionally. You know what I'm saying? That's someone that connects with me, a heart connection. You know what I'm saying? And that's forever.
Yeah. Do you think the course of hip-hop may have been changed if Biggie Smalls and Tupac were not murdered? Do you think that maybe we would be on a different
I mean, that's the same thing. I'm not sure. Would people still eat hot dogs if they didn't have ketchup and mustard?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like the fuck, you know what I'm saying? But
this is kind of like what people ask, like when like the older crowd, we're like, damn, if Pac was still here.
You never know. You never know. You never know. Would Biggie have continued his legendary status? Yeah. You got a lot of people. Look at Cannabis. You remember Cannabis?
Of course. I mean,
if he would have died in his pinnacle of his career, people would have been like, yo. If he wouldn't have died,
almost like Big L,
he would have been fucking like astronomical. When I was a kid, I used to listen to Cannabis. I was like, whoa. If he would have died at that point, I would have always still been talking about him.
Yeah.
But he lived, and he showed just how much of how much he isn't legendary status. Look at fucking Cassidy. You know what I'm saying? At his peak. If he would have just disappeared, people would have been like, nah, Cassidy was like, he would have still had, but because life played out, he showed that he's not legendary status. You know what I'm saying? So who knows if Biggie would have did the same thing? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. Nobody knows. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, you really have to let a career play out
before you can judge it.
Right. Like who would have knew Jay-Z would have been like, you know, where he
nobody anticipated Jay-Z getting where he was going.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, you never know with these things. You never know. So I feel like, you know, their legacy was stolen from them, and you never really see, you know, what could have happened.
In a way, it's kind of, you know, it's like an oxymoron because, you know, of course we lost a life, but the fact of not knowing makes them legendary, in a sense, because we don't know what would have happened.
Big L is legendary, but like
legendary.
would he have that same legendary status?
Probably not, because he didn't have the records.
Right.
I think Pac had the records though, and Big. I mean, he had a really short lifespan, but in the 2 albums, we could kind of project it. I think
Pac would have still definitely,
of course,
definitely still been like, you know, legendary status, because he understood.
Yeah.
He understood music, but he also understood like how to connect with the people.
Yeah. All of my guests that come here, I ask them the same question about who do you think should get credit for the melodic melody of what we're hearing today, just in general hip hop. I interviewed Busy Bone and I asked him because in my opinion, I think that Bone Thugs was kind of the starting point for this, and he said he didn't care whether people credit him for that. But who do you think should get kind of credit for this whole new sound that we have?
For us?
Well, not for us. I'm talking about for the younger generation, for like what we hear on the radio.
I definitely think 50 played a good part.
Like the doubling up on the bars, because like when I spit a verse, it's very straightforward, but it's like you're doubling up in a sense, like the Twister flow, the whole Bone Thugs flow.
Yeah, I definitely feel like they definitely play a part.
Yeah,
because, you know, whoever's doing it from New York, we wasn't doing it.
No, definitely
we got that from somewhere else. So where did they get that from?
50 played a major role with the whole singing. 50 played it with
50 played a major part for New Yorkers for the melodic sound, the singing shit.
Yeah.
Before he did that, like, motherfuckers was like, I'm not singing. But once he did that, remember when he was singing, yo, R&B, everybody was making fun of it. You know what I'm saying? Even with Ja Rule. 50 was making fun of Ja Rule, and then 50 started doing the shit. You know what I'm saying? But Ja Rule was singing, you know what I'm saying? So it was like he did that melodic shit.
Like DMX was doing it too. It was almost like singing knowing that you can't sing. Right. And it kind of like made it acceptable.
And then fucking, you know, here came auto-tune and, you know, all of this. And I don't know who do we have to thank for that? T-Pain?
I would say Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne.
I said that in another podcast because T-Pain, we didn't know if T-Pain could sing. But with Lil Wayne, we knew he couldn't sing.
Right.
So it was like, all right, we know he can't sing.
T-Pain can sing.
No, he can sing, but we didn't. But it was, the line was blurred. It was like, can he sing? We don't know if he could sing. But with Lil Wayne, we knew for a fact that nigga could not sing. So, you know, I think people kind of followed it up. So, we have a new project, new EP coming out, or what's going on?
Yeah, I got a new song. I got a few things coming on. I got a new song that when this is gonna drop?
Sunday.
Sunday. All right. So Friday. All right. So now that you're listening to this, my song, The Arrival, will have been dropped on all major platforms. It's a hip hop record produced by Buck Wild.
Shout out to that. Yeah.
Buck Wild is the same person that produced Black Rob's Whoa. Yeah. He produced I Got a Story to Tell from Biggie. Mm-hmm. He produced a lot of stuff. All the major, like, you know what I mean? He's DITC. He produced for Big L, Big Pun, Fat Joe, like all those legendary New York artists, you know what I'm saying, that comes from that era. He produced for. So he produced this record that I got coming out called The Arrival. And then I also have you know, my YouTube content, which is China Mac TV. Mm-hmm. And then me and my lovely lady right here, Yaya Flawless, we have we starting our own YouTube channel, like a couples thing, an Asian couple thing, you know what I'm saying? And we starting to push with that. So like those are and then I'm gearing up to like go on tour into China whenever like the air clears. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All the the madness. The madness going on out there. I have a tour in Canada scheduled, so like I just, you know what I mean, just starting to take, because I get off of parole now. Parole really held me back from what I could do. Yeah, from traveling to Canada. A lot of people don't know that it's hard to get into Canada when you have like felonies. Right. Like you actually got to like file some shit with the embassy. It's weird. Yeah, you can make it happen. I tried to drive into Canada. They denied me at the border because I didn't know this. So I was just trying to go. Like, you know what I mean? The motherfucker stopped me at the border and set me back to fucking to New York. That's crazy. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. But so we're gonna debut a record. We're gonna debut the Buck Wild record. Yeah, it's called The Arrival. All right, and someone want to follow you on social media. How to follow you? my social media.
If you don't know already.
Yeah, if you don't know already, number 1, smack yourself. Number 2, number 2, follow me at China Mac on Instagram. All major platforms, all major social media is China Mac. And China Mac TV for YouTube. I also have this show on my Instagram Live called the Green Noodle Show. Have you
I haven't seen it yet. No.
You're not familiar at
no,
all.
So green noodles.
So green noodles. So one day, one day I'm sitting on my couch, right, and I'm just on my live.
Yeah.
And I probably had like 75 people on my live. So I'm on my live like this, boom, boom, boom. Then somebody started rapping like, yo, I want to rap something. So I let him rap. And then I had this foam thing right here. You used to stretch your back out and shit like that. So he started spitting some bullshit, and I grabbed the fucking foam, and I was like, shut the fuck up. Hitting the phone with it. If you don't shut the fuck up, get the fuck out of here. Then somebody, I don't know where I got it, and I was just like, I just started doing it. Like, yo, and then I called it the green.
So you letting guys rap on your
right,
on
and
your
I was
IG.
hitting them with the noodle, the green noodle. And yo, and no lie, bro, like every time I do a green noodle show, I have like 300, 500 people on that bitch, like 300 people, you know what I'm saying? And people fuck with it. So I'm like, so that's why I feel like, you know what I mean? I have I'm different when it comes to different artists. I'm willing to explore, do different shit. Yeah. And at the end of the day, it might not be a song that pops for China Mac. You know what I'm saying? It might be
brand.
It might be the Green Noodle Show. You never
So do
know.
we have like a certain time that we do the Green Noodle Show? Like if artists want to
every Monday
dodge the green noodle on their phone.
I actually missed the Green Noodle Show today to come to your show. Cause it's every Monday and Wednesday at 10 o'clock. And that's
it's my fault.
So all the green noodlers. All the green noodlers out there, get him. Get him with the noodle.
No, but I probably saved a few rappers' lives today by having you here because, I mean, what is the percentage of like, you know.
Everybody gets the noodle, bro.
So it doesn't matter.
Yo, you should see their face. They're like,
but wait, if someone comes.
Shut the fuck up.
If someone spits some fire, you still hit it with the green
Nah, if they're fire. But you gotta understand, like, when there's no beat and just like
straight acapella is different.
You gotta be a different type of fire, bro. You don't have the beat to hold you. You don't have auto-tune to hold you. You don't have 20 motherfuckers jumping up and down with you. That's different. You gotta hold that shit yourself. You know what I'm saying? So when you do that, and a lot of these kids now ain't built like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't know. Yeah, the majority gets the green noodle. You know what I'm saying? So welcome to the Green Noodle Show. Pull up and come get this.
What the fuck is a green noodle? Like, exactly.
Know,
like, what is it? Is it like?
It's just. But look at the name.
What is it? Like,
it's the foam. The foam you put on your back that you stretch. That's the green noodle. But what I'm saying, just. Right. So that's yo. Everybody follow me on Instagram. You fuck with my vibe. Come get the green noodle, bro. I got them shit. I'm giving them shits out like hotcakes. Come get them shits.
Oh my God. This is Inphamus Hour, hosted by the Inphamus Amadeuz. Special guest to my guy China Mac for coming in the building, taking this time out. Few niggas that get smacked by green noodles today. I mean, it is what it is. The Inphamus Hour, follow all social media platforms, Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio. You can subscribe to the podcast, and you can listen to this live on live89fm.com.
Hold up, and make sure you follow my Spotify. Follow my shit. Not now, but right now. Spotify, China Mac, follow me, bitch.
It's going down Inphamus Hour here on Live 89 FM.